just a quick heads up. Some of the topics that we will be discussing in this episode are quite graphic.
Welcome, poop enthusiasts, to another episode of Trash Taste Podcast.
Trash Taste shitting special. Let's go.
There's going to be some shit afoot.
I just feel like my butthole is never clean.
No,
Isn't
legit.
it crazy?
Like sometimes if I'm at in a country or wherever that doesn't have a bidet, and I did a number 2 where I'm like, nah, this.
Without a bidet, I don't know how much to wipe anymore. Like I don't know how much wiping is enough.
But at the same time, it's like I don't want to be sitting here for 10 minutes wiping my ass, like because I know if I do it too much.
This is the part of the episode that 100% gets demonetized. How far do you wipe? Like how much we going? Are we getting rid of the poop here?
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Because like you can just do literally the surface, right, of your butthole.
Oh, you mean like going into your butthole?
Well, you can get a tiny bit in, right?
Are you fingering yourself?
How many fingers are going in, Joey? That's what I'm kidding. Do you have like a technique where you get bidet sprayed? Like, do you have a preferential way of handling it?
Yeah, I do this thing where like, so I sit in the position that I know that the hose is going to be, and then it starts spraying, right? Yeah. And then I start moving.
Get all the angles.
Get all the angles. I'm like, I'll do it myself.
You do it, yeah.
Fucking, I'm manually doing that shit.
Me too.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you do that, Garnt? No, you
I
don't.
use a bidet. Okay, I don't use the ass washing function of the bidet at all.
Why not?
It just doesn't feel clean.
I don't know. It's clean.
I don't know.
It's the cleanest thing in the toilet.
It does not.
You are kidding me.
Okay, so you.
This is like going to space and being like, yeah, I never looked out the window.
Bidet,
why would I? Why would I look out the window?
So like you bidet your ass, right? You got the water shooting up your ass, and then you stop it, and then you just got to you just got wet ass cheeks.
So you get some of the toilet paper and you just dry it a little bit.
Yeah, you dry it off.
Yeah, because there's a difference between wiping to dry your. Why are we talking about this? There's a difference between wiping to dry your ass and wiping to get the shit out.
Yeah,
they're very different types of wipes, right?
One is like a deep wipe, and the other is like a shallow wipe.
One is an excavation.
Look.
The other is a pat down.
Look. Toilet papers were not designed to wipe wet asses.
No, because your ass isn't the fucking like Amazon River, dude. It's a little moist.
Yeah.
You just
So
wipe that shit
what I
dry.
hate is when you have a wet ass after bidet, you go to wipe it and the toilet paper just fucking disintegrates on your hand.
Bro, what are you
How
using?
much
One
water
ply?
are you fucking like using?
Okay, what ply are you using? 1 ply? Fucking sandpaper? What are you using to absorb?
You got to
this?
use the double.
Bro, double minimum. Come on.
Anyone who lives in Asia knows that toilet paper here is weak as fuck.
That sounds
It is
broke. That
flaccid.
sounds broke as fuck. You sound broke right now, Garnt.
Oh my god.
Wait, because I don't clench when I shit.
What do you mean?
What?
You're just like, I let gravity do its work.
Honestly, like sometimes if I want to feel clean after a shit, I just take a fucking shower, man. Quick five minutes.
What are you doing in these toilets? Garnt is that one dude who when you leave some public restrooms, it's like a fucking war zone.
Yeah.
Like that must be gone. That is not how there's shit everywhere, shit on the wall. It's like that is gone. It's gone going in the restroom.
It's like shit in places you didn't think shit would end up.
It's the fucking opposite, man.
Garnt's like, why would I use a bidet when it can't reach the wall?
My shits are like the cleanest shits, you know.
Fuck off.
They are.
There's no such thing as a clean shit.
Wait, so
have you never had like the perfect shit?
The no wipes, yeah.
like
the swish, as I call it.
The perfect shit, which is just like you just shit out a log, and it's like one solid clean log, and then you look at it, and it's like no wipe. You look at it, and you're just like, man, that's a fucking piece of art right there.
In my family, we call that the swish because it doesn't touch the sides.
I hope no one's eating during this episode. I actually look forward to taking a shit. Yeah. I can't wait to crack open the bidet and just feel amazing.
Crack open the bidet with the boys.
Crack open the bidet, you know, and just have a great fucking time.
Yeah.
You shit for pleasure.
Honestly, I do. Honestly, I used to shit because it was a bodily function. Now I look forward to my shits. Yeah. Because it's Japan.
So in like most Southeast Asian countries, we don't have like the auto on your ass bidets. We have like a shower head, like a mini shower head.
In Japan, sometimes you do come across the old style toilets of Japanese toilets.
Yeah. Have you ever used them?
The washiki toilet?
Well, I'll talk to you about it, yeah. So, which is just AKA a hole in the ground.
Yep.
And you squat over it and you just do it.
Yeah.
Now, I have used it one time. And I just could not get over the feeling that I was just kind of dropping something, and I could not get over that feeling.
Yeah.
I was squatting real low.
The thing that makes me most uncomfortable is like with a normal toilet, there's the seat, and the seat is like a safety barrier. Nothing penetrates this barrier, right? So
I don't like that I can miss.
Yeah, yeah.
I've never missed the toilet.
He don't miss.
I hate that you fucking have to play fucking like mini golf with it. But like if you miss the hole, then you gotta clean that shit up, right?
What am I gonna do? Do I just kick it in? Like, what do I do? Like,
Okay, here's a question then. If you're out in public, right?
Yeah.
And this applies mostly to people who are comfortable with shitting in public, aka Connor.
Yeah.
Right? But say you're in a situation, and I'm sure you've been in a situation like this, because I certainly have. You have to take a shit. Like, you can't hold it in, right?
Yeah.
You walk in, and there are only the Japanese-style toilets. Do you take a shit?
how do you avoid splashback
In what?
in the standing toilets? Because you're dropping it like that's gaining some G's. That shit. Like,
you ain't dropping it that far, mate.
How-
What are you standing up? What are you doing?
Like, how far are we
What are you doing
squatting?
it like that?
Hold on. No. The real question is, at what velocity does the shit leave your ass?
Quite.
So much so that it splashes.
Bro, if I'm dying and I'm using one of those toilets, it's probably a pretty vicious force that's coming out. So how low are we getting when we're shitting? Are we
We're getting
are we
very
full,
low.
like knees are like fully bent like this?
Yeah, knees are fully bent.
I always
Wait, in
imagined
a
it was like
Japanese
90
Japanese toilet?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're like fully squatting.
Yeah, you're fully squatting.
I thought it was like a 90-degree kind of knee situation.
I can just imagine just Connor seeing the squat toilet. He's like, all right. Standing up. Just like dropping it for like 2 feet.
I've never tried, and I don't dare try.
Connor just like takes his trousers off and just stands on top of the toilet.
Just like hands. Just like this.
So I imagined like say this there, right?
Yeah.
It'd be a situation like this.
Oh no.
no.
You're like fully Asian
Literally-
squatting.
It's literally like this.
Yeah, like
You're
full-on
Asian squatting.
You're Asian
Asian
squatting.
squatting.
Yeah.
That's why Asian squat exists, so
How
they
do
can
these-
shit
How
correctly,
do these
man.
like 90-year-old men do that? Like, how do they get back up? Do people like just get stuck?
No, because they probably have to do it every day.
No, I've seen some old people in Japan who can barely like walk around. Holy
Constantly
fuck.
shitting in your pants.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna die.
And so like they have essentially every weird tag. They have like diaper wearing and shitting, and you have to eat the shit out of the diaper. They have like
This is a furry convention? Jesus Christ. So it was Halloween, right? And we had a little rivalry with the bungalow next door. We were in bungalows, by the way.
Right.
One of them decided it would be a good idea to like take a shit through their mailbox. And then they retaliated by getting that shit, putting it in a Halloween pumpkin, and throwing the pumpkin at one of my friend's windows, and then just exploded. It was so disgusting.
Like,
What fucking universities did you go to?
just walking around campus, and I'm just like, I didn't know I could ever see shit in a location like this.
Yeah, you see vomit and shit where they're like you're fascinated.
I understand the vomit, right? Why is there like poop on this sidewalk? And it's like
Actually, I'm now that you guys are mentioning it, I'm remembering so much poop that I've just like blocked out of my memory.
I'm like, this is bigger than an animal. It's not an animal. It's clearly not an animal. Like, this is a human poop. I know a human poop when I see it.
They are an animal.
But it's not even like a kangaroo or like a big animal. Like this clearly came out of a human.
I think it must have been pretty bad at my university because they had like a row of porta potties that would just pop up on Friday through Sunday.
There's one time when came home from one night out, and I was in the common room, and it just smelled like someone had died there. It smelled like an animal had died. Maybe it was a dog or something. I started looking around, like searching for where this smell is coming from. I'm like playing a game of Where's Wally because it was like coming from the Christmas tree. So I look behind, and there's just this turd like sitting where there should be presents. And my first thought is, surely this can't be a turd, right? And like you said, it's not like a dog turd. It's like a full on.
It's clearly a human turd, right?
So I get this fucking stick, right? I start poking it, just think maybe it's like a
Fake
toy,
turd,
like
yeah,
a
chocolate
fake turd.
bar.
And the stick just sinks in. I'm like, oh. Because it was in the common room, because it was pretty late. But people come in the common room pretty often. And I was just thinking, there must be a story behind this. How did this turd appear here? I was always short-sighted, right? My entire life. So I would be swimming in the pool, and I would see this like little... I remember seeing this like little black fucking thing. Like in the corner of this pool, right?
What did you do?
And it was fucking blurry as fuck, right? So I'm just like, what the fuck is this black thing?
No!
In the corner of the pool. I've never seen a
No,
black thing
don't tell me you did
in the
what I
corner of
think
the
you
pool.
did.
And so, like, out of, they say curiosity killed the cat. And looking back, I can hear the fucking Jaws music just playing in the background. I'm like, dun dun. And so, like, so the shit's there, right? And so I literally was just like, I can see the entire fucking detail and everything,
log,
right? Like,
You're like 2 inches away from a piece of shit.
yeah, I can, like, you can see the fucking texture of the shit right now. Like, that's how detailed it was in my mind. I let out the biggest underwater scream I had of my fucking life.
You know what the that's such a good story.
It's such a great story. For some reason, I had the fear of sitting on the toilet. Like, because I think what it was because I think I was like 2 or 3 years old, right? It's like the last stage of you still wearing nappies, right?
Yeah.
And like, I really hated taking a shit. I was really scared. And I think it's because, I think my mom explained it to me later. She was like, I think you were scared not to like actually sit on the toilet, but to like flush the toilet because you thought you were going to get sucked in as well. So 2, 3-year-old me was just like, I figured out a resolution. Just don't shit. Just don't. I'm wearing nappies.
Isn't that like a South Park plot?
It's like, I'm wearing nappies. Just don't shit. But like, at that stage as well, I was too embarrassed to admit to my parents that I literally just shat in my nappies.
Yeah.
So what I would do is like, I would hide behind the couch and kind of just like subtly do it behind the couch. While my parents weren't looking. What the fuck? And my mom would like walk into the living room and be like, Joey, what are you doing?
I would try and get a refund on the kid if they were doing that.
Well, in America,
done that.
I like to do this thing. I get made fun of. I don't know why, but I do wet, dry, wet, dry. Like I put my toilet paper in the sink to make it a little bit wet, so I'll get the wet to pick up the poop, and then dry to clean it, and I go back to wet, and I go back to dry.
That sounds
That
awful.
must have been some painful shits. Yeah. Hashtag painful shit.
Hashtag relatable. Took a painful shit. Hey.
Are you the type of person who
But,
like when doing like a serious like heavy shit, like you have to like take your shirt off?
No, but
Wait.
no, I know people like
Go
that.
back.
You don't know people like that?
No.
Where it's just
I
like
do, I do.
if like I had a few friends where like if the pain was like really fucking like it was such a powerful shit that they would take their shirt
You're
off.
trolling me. You're just
No, I
You know, right?
I
You know people
I
like
know
that.
people who do.
It's just like fuck, man. I need to take my shirt off to get serious with this shit.
But also,
How do you not know people like
It's
that?
satire.
No, it's
Where's
not
the hidden
serious.
camera? No fucking way is this true right
serious.
now.
I'm serious.
What, do you think like fucking Goku with weighted
Yeah.
training, with weighted shirts or something? It's
Yeah.
just like, hold on, let me use 100% of my power to push this shit out.
And this is to go even further beyond.
Do you guys like it if you do a wet fart or a dry fart?
bro,
And
some
I'm
of
just
them,
like,
sometimes they feel nice, you know. I'm not gonna. Don't make me defend myself here. I don't want to. What if I do a rip an absolute massive fart, like the wettest thing? He's like, "Oh, cool, you're from the UK." I'm from the UK. Yeah, he asked where I'm from.
so you can speak good English then.
No. This is all in Japanese.
Okay.
He can speak. He was Nihongo Joe.
Yeah,
Okay.
so he told me that he went to the UK and he loved it. He said, Oki Ben.
Oki Ben.
Oki Ben. He said he liked
that's so cute.
Big Ben and that he liked Buckingham Palace. He said the Japanese word for palace.
Because you guys know what Bing means, right?
What?
It means shit. So saying Oki Ben.
I didn't know.
And then we got episode 43. Connor shits on his phone.
I actually wash my phone like once a week. I don't like it. If it gets like shit on it, I don't really like it.
Shit on it.
I shit on my phone, Maylene. That's
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either.
The best poop man.
Oh yeah, me sniffing cat poop in a sock. Yeah, that's just Maylene getting me there.
Yeah.
We got. Have you ever coughed and shit at the same time? That's also me. You have a very suspicious sock.
Malin put cat shit in that
You
sock?
were sniffing cat what?
I couldn't fucking believe it.
I just saw that man go to heaven. I saw that man go to heaven.
That smells like actual like poop. I couldn't fucking believe it. I got
She's
paid.
crazy.
I got paid to sniff cat shit.
She brought cat shit from her house to the office.
Yeah.
On a train. Joey, I don't even know why you said this.
Have you ever coughed and shit at the same time?
No, what?
No, we're not talking about shitting yet. Yet. We're
Yeah,
not,
alright. I'll leave it for the
What, do you have a
second
story?
hour.
Do you have a story, Joe?
No.
K-Song talks about pooping in video games. This was to do with Ark, I believe.
Oh yeah. Play this clip.
Ark
Be
is
Ark.
really famous for pooping. It really is. Just Google Ark and poop.
Why?
Are you sure Ark is famous for pooping, or are you trying to make it famous? Are you trying to make it famous
Just
for pooping?
Google it right now. Ark poop.
I've just seen compilations of VTubers reacting to dinosaurs pooping in Ark, and they just like lose their mind.
What
Is that a
compilation?
thing?
なんでこの絵面
No, you actually genuinely take 30 minutes to shit. I don't think that's an
Yeah,
understatement.
I actually-
You genuinely... I have
We
never,
get to the point in this office where I legitimately go,
Where's Garnt? Yeah, we go, where's Garnt? And we realize he's been gone for 30 minutes.
Did he go to the
Garnt's on
shops or something? No,
Garnt's
he's
on the
taking a
toilet.
shit.
Okay, but like I'm not just sitting there for no reason. Okay, I don't.
What part of this is take? Can you explain which aspect takes 30 minutes? I'm
Are
genuinely
you
curious.
performing like alchemy in there? Like, why is it taking so long?
I don't know. Sometimes like I just feel uncomfortable if I don't feel completely empty. I need to feel completely empty before I feel comfortable stopping the process. Right?
That is the fucking stupidest shit.
What are you talking about?
Sometimes you're just not going to empty up, man. You just got to get on with your
You're going to
day.
be sitting
Go
there.
back later.
You're literally going to be sitting there all day.
Shogun I. Get on with the day, man. I'll come back later and
I
finish
take
the
like
job.
2 to 3 shits a day on average.
Yeah, me too.
Just because like I know, like I'm just like in and out. If I'm still full, it's all right. I'll be back in an hour.
You can tell within like 2 pushes if it's coming or not. Like, you do not need
You
to
don't have to
wait.
strain that shit.
You're like,
You do not need to wait. man.
You're depraving a good fucking experience.
Bro, your
I'm
ass muscle is probably the strongest
I'm so-
fucking thing in existence. The amount you've probably worked that thing out is probably insane.
I'm
you could probably
fuck-
crush someone's head with Uranus, man. Jesus Christ.
I'm a fucking say it. Sometimes the shits are the highlights of the day.
No.
Sometimes you just need a fucking escape from
Are
your
you
world.
okay? Like, are your days okay?
Oh, my days are fucking good, man.
I just
after
imagine
a good shit,
it.
are you kidding me? Sometimes you just need to
I just
escape from your man cave. You just need to go on your Twitter.
I just imagine it. He's just 8 hours in the Starbucks, fucking vein bursting in his head. He's like, I gotta go and shit, but I gotta go home. I can't do it here. It's gonna take 1 hour.
It's just a black hole is forming in his asshole.
Like I will do anything to hold it so I can get back home and just get in my comfortable space, right? You have okay like some of like
There's this thing that you can buy, and I've never seen it in the UK. I don't know if it's a thing elsewhere. In Japan, you can buy like these cushioned toilet seats.
Oh yeah.
So you can buy cushions to go on your toilet seat.
Yeah.
And it's probably the most vile thing I've ever experienced.
Yeah,
And Garnt and Sydney fucking bought a fluffy carpet on your toilet seat.
Yeah.
Where you put your sweaty butt cheeks on a hot summer's day.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what?
Well, I
I've
mean-
got to sit on this? Garnt's cheeks, he's been there 40 minutes.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, with the amount of
Yeah, I
fucking
know.
hours he's sitting
I
on a
know.
hard surface, he probably needs to fucking cushion his
you
ass.
could probably replicate Garnt from the DNA in that carpet on the toilet. You know what I mean?
You make a clone of Garnt.
I just
I don't like it either.
Is there a reason why it was purchased? Is
I
do you
just-
know?
Honestly,
Did you push back at all? Were you like, no, Sydney?
Honestly, I woke up one day, I went to the toilet, and I was like, Sydney, what the fuck is this thing living on our toilet seat? And I tried to get it off, but it's glued on.
No.
So I'm just like,
It's so bad. I hate it so much. It also, you know, when it's not even my toilet, and I go to Garnt's house, I want to use Garnt's toilet. I'm like, fuck. And this feels like, you know, when they designed the homeless benches to be like, so you can't sleep on them.
Yeah.
It felt like that. It was like a toilet seat designed so no one would
like,
be insane enough to shit on it. Because it's like, why would you want to rub the carpet? God's put his ass
Oh my
cheeks on
God.
into your ass cheeks. So disgusting. Of course, Japan would come up with something like that.
Yeah, of course. You know that. So in Japan, there's this thing which is called sekihan, it's red rice, and traditionally, you cook it like parents cook it for their daughters when they hit puberty.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Think about that. I'm a buy.
That's like me taking my first shit and you just give me like brown rice.
Give you curry.
Brown, just like, oh great. Oh no, my first fecal excretion. I get to have some food that reminds me of it.
Yeah.
It's like J.K. Rowling telling us like weird Harry Potter facts, like they shit themselves and then teleported away. Like, no, I don't believe you. I, even though you made this and this is your world, no, you don't have a say.
It's
over this
pronounced
anymore.
Harry Potter, actually.
You don't have a say over this. I've had a question in my mind that's been haunting me.
Okay.
This guy came out of the toilet, right?
Right.
In the public toilet.
Okay.
And he flushed the toilet as he left. When do you flush the toilet? Because do you like, because
Well, it depends what you're doing.
you've done a number 2, right?
Okay, number 2.
Right?
Yeah.
You can start buckling your belt, putting it back up, getting that all ready, or you can flush the toilet. Which one do you do first?
While standing up?
yeah.
Because there are some people who flush while they sit
That
down.
ain't right. That ain't right. That's well, you're just typhooning your asshole of shit water. Like that's terrible. The only circumstance upon which you are allowed, I will give the pass to be able to flush the toilet while still sitting on it.
Yeah.
Is if you know that smell is so goddamn bad that your cheeks are the only thing keeping it in.
Okay, I personally stand up first when I
Okay,
flush.
so you know, obviously you do because you're a human being,
Yeah,
Joe.
I'm not an animal.
But do you then, right? So let's say you've unbuckled, right, your pants,
Yeah.
because you've unbuckled them.
Yeah.
And I don't know why this has been burning on my mind, because this man did it. He clearly, right? He clearly got up, did his pants, and then flushed the toilet and left, right?
Yeah.
But which one do you do first? Because sometimes I immediately just close the thing, flush, and then start doing up my pants. Why is that?
I buckle up my pants first.
I buckle up my pants first.
Then flush, then leave.
Yeah.
Why am I the weird one? What happened in my childhood?
Well,
Can we
because it's
analyze
like
this?
maybe when
How
you
did you
were
notice
first-
this in the first place?
Yeah.
I noticed that this guy immediately left after he flushed, and I thought to myself, oh, hold on, I do like to flush, and then take a moment and just kind of...
Oh, you're the one person I would fucking hate to be.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm...
You are that asshole who's like,
The total
give me
time...
5 minutes.
The total time doesn't change, right? But the perception of time changes.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
No,
right.
no.
If to you it's 10 seconds after
Yeah.
you flush.
To-
us, it's 10 minutes.
But overall, it's the same time I'm spending in there, so it doesn't matter. You're going to get in there at the same time.
To me, if you don't leave the toilet by the time the flush is finished, then you are taking too long.
Yeah, I agree.
That is the etiquette, right?
I agree.
That is the etiquette.
I agree.
Right?
Okay, do you also... Have we covered this on channel before? I don't know if we have. Do you poop in public bathrooms? Do you care about that? But, so I went to the toilet in Euston Station, and this shit was absolute war crimes. I'm sure some Geneva Conventions were broken in this toilet.
Yeah.
There was no toilet seat in this toilet. I go to the next one. It's the same thing. I go to the next one. And then now there is a toilet seat. There is. But there is like, it is like something has happened in here.
Yeah.
Not only is the smell abhorrent, but like there is like 4 pieces of toilet tissue left, and it's that horrible system of like one tissue that they ration out, that you have to pull out 50 to get one wipe with anyway. It's like, what's wrong with you people? I get it that you don't need to take a shit ton of the roll. I understand that. But why do you have to make it such a small amount? When you have like the premium triple ply wipes at home and then you go to the fucking restroom in like public and it's like the sandpaper. I want to shit like a king.
Yeah.
I also like being able to fully immerse myself in the toilet experience, and I feel like I can't do that in the public toilet. Eugenie was staying at my house at the time.
Yep.
I'm playing games with Mouse, and then he goes, Connor. I'm like, what was that? He's like, something's wrong with your toilet. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, something's wrong with the toilet. I'm like, oh, okay.
I dropped a fat dumpy in it.
And I was like, he's like, yeah. And so I'm like, oh, I'll bear back, guys, because Mouse is on stream. And I was like, all right, what's wrong? He's like, yeah, it's not flushing. So I go to it, and I feel that like when I pull the toilet thing, there's no water in the tank.
Yeah.
To flush it. I'm like, huh, that's weird. I'm going around my kitchen to get some water, and I realize the water isn't coming on. I'm like, oh, fuck. All the water's gone in the apartment.
Right.
There's nothing. Now I couldn't flush the toilet. But he'd taken a fucking poop in my goddamn toilet. So now the only way I could flush the toilet was if I had enough water to put in the water tank and then flush it. But I really wanted the coffee. And so I was like, Eugene, man, sorry, dude. I'm making a coffee with the last water we have left.
I'm making a different kind of brown water,
I
actually.
could flush the toilet. I was getting to the point where like I could not hold my shit any longer.
Right.
And I was like, this is a dangerous game though, doubling up on the poop in the toilet, right? But I was dying. And now a smart person would have told you, Connor, just go to a combini and shit. I was refusing to be intelligent at all. And I was like,
Well, because the elevator's out as well, right?
Yeah.
yeah. So I was kind of like, all right, I'll just take the poop. I'll just take this poop. I'm sure the
Do
water.
the D, think about it later.
I'm sure the water will come back on anytime now. So I take a poop, but unfortunately, this was a fucking massive goddamn poop that I took. And now my toilet bowl was very much too full. So I was like, all right, we got to try and flush this. So I got the two liter bottles of water, so 4 liters of water.
Yeah.
I put it in the tank. I flushed the 4 liters. Nothing. It didn't budge at all. I was like, holy fuck, how many liters of water do I need?
You know, there's an easier method that uses less water, right?
What?
A lot of toilets, the thing that separates the bowl from the pipe
Yeah.
is this little flap.
Yeah.
And when you flush the toilet, the pressure from the water
Yeah.
is the thing that opens the flap.
Yeah.
Right? So what you do is what you should have done is you should have gotten those 2 things of water, filled it in with a bucket,
Yeah.
and then flush the bucket down the bowl all at once, because then that's so much more water going into the bowl all at once that it opens the flap.
But it was too much.
How big was your shit?
It was 2 people's shit. And my one was at least a 1.5 size. Like it was a big one. And that was starting to smell pretty fucking bad.
Yeah,
in
I
my
bet.
apartment. It was just kind of like, oh my God. So
You took
You
2
know?
shits in the span of an hour. That's pretty. It's pretty remarkable.
Oh fuck.
you have to touch it.
Oh, he's just dropped a fat one. Because
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because every time that happens, because you never like when you go into a public toilet, do you put the toilet seat down afterwards?
No.
As in like after you take a shit.
No.
No.
I only do that when I know I've dropped a fucking stinker.
Oh,
like
no.
like a fucking nuclear bomb. So
No.
every time I walk in a toilet store and I see the toilet seat is like fully down, I'm like, someone's just fucking destroyed this toilet, and I don't know if I'm emotionally prepared.
For me, I'm more scared of, even though I just heard the flush.
Yeah.
I walk in and I see the lid is closed. Somewhere deep in my mind, I'm like, if I open this, I'm going to see that guy's turd.
I say that, but somebody did mail a tub of shit to like a company address that I was registered at. What? Like, it was apparently there's a website that you can mail like different types of shit to people. So what had shown up
I shouldn't laugh, but that's very funny.
what had shown up at my house was horse shit. But you could get pig shit, cow shit, dog shit. And that was like when I was like, oh, you guys are fucking weird. It was probably after my 3rd spoonful that I was like, that's horse shit.
We were driving in this Tesla in the countryside. Yeah. And I can't remember exactly what happened, but it was like we were driving along this really country road. And as he speeds up, there's like a machine that spreads manure.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So as it's spreading it, we're going by, and then before I know it, I'm like chilling like this in the car, and then suddenly just a fucking wave of manure starts hitting my face and goes in the car, and it's launched into this Tesla. And then everyone is doing that thing of like, oh God. And then there's just shit everywhere in his Tesla, and he just got it cleaned.
If you're not comfortable to shit on someone, then how can you be comfortable enough to call them mates, right? You told me before that because you are so happy with the bidets because before you like wipe so hard that you like it will start
in
bleeding
America,
and shit.
I-
I'm like,
I-
what?
Well, in
I've
America,
done that.
It was like New Year's Eve. I was sitting on the toilet and I needed to throw up at the same time that I was shitting.
Those are the worst.
You laugh, but like it was a traumatic
What, were you
experience
just
for me.
alternating?
I literally could not like hold either one. So I literally like needed to like I was sitting on the toilet and I needed to like try to like it's kind of like a scene out of South Park where
I know which one you're
Yeah, I know
he
which one you're
literally
talking
shits.
Garnt on the toilet
fuck's sake.
Spending 30 minutes on the toilet, Garnt would writhe in
What a wonderful
pain.
image.
He'd be writhing in pain. Shitting, turning. And I've just shat on cereal for like 5 minutes
Yeah,
there, but
go
I do
for it.
like bran flakes. I really
Bran
like,
flakes are good.
I love bran
Yeah,
flakes.
they're good.
But like, I remember one time as a kid when I discovered bran flakes, I thought these are so good that I just will keep eating them all day.
Yeah.
And so I had the whole box in one day. And
That was me and Cocoa Puffs.
yeah, and
Yeah, but bran flakes is like
Yeah.
fiber on crack. It's-
my
yeah.
toilet activity that day
Yeah.
was like I imagine they were filming Lord of the Rings Mordor scenes out of my bathroom than that
Yeah.
day. It was fucking horrible. I was
nothing
I was
worse
in
than
so much pain.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than an overly fibrous shit.
Oh my god, I was scared. I was genuinely scared. And I was like 12 years old, and I was like, why do they make them taste so good?
Yeah. Yeah, so like, you know, I told the story of how I used to like shit behind the couch when I was like 3 or 4, right? It was
I do remember this. I do remember
it was
Joey.
during that time where like it was a combination of I had like a dietary problem.
Yeah.
That's like hereditary from my dad, and also the fact that I was afraid to sit on the toilet. So it's like a double whammy of the two, and that just spells constipation.
Did you see like somebody in a cartoon get flushed down the toilet or something?
Something like that. It's probably like a Tom and Jerry where like Tom gets flushed down the toilet or
That shit
something
looked
and
fun
like
as
comes
fuck.
out in the shape of the pipe, you know, like something
Yeah.
like that.
Based, Joey. What about this is
There's
based?
nothing based. There's nothing based about it.
What is based about not being able to shit?
My shit got so hard that it just like
It was like one of those hydraulic
yeah.
press videos inside of Joey.
it just it got so bad. It got so bad that it, like even if I was pushing, it just wouldn't come out.
Hydraulic press versus Joey.
It was really.
What am I listening?
It was. You asked the question,
I did not expect that.
and nowadays I have to shit like on average like at least 3 times a day.
It's just sort of funny American.
let me
like,
Google
how
that
the
for
fuck
you,
I
just
shit
to-
3 times a day.
But yeah, basically like my dad shits like 7 or 8 times a day.
Hop on the scene and I'm thugging it, Glock on my hips, so you know that I'm clutching. Catch me up, I'm
By the end of this, you can have a fucking domain expansion, man.
By domain expansion, I mean my asshole opening up.
I mean, when I go to the toilet, I go when it's ready. You know, I hold.
Go when
it.
it's like nicely
Furry
cooked
doggy.
up.
It's like
Yeah.
it's the way I see it. It's that, you know, in the movies when they open the door in an aeroplane and it gets sucked out like that. That's what it's like. And then I just wash my hands.
I think the longest I've seen you in the toilet was like on Tuesday where you had like the spicy ones.
Yeah, that was.
And that was just like, wow, Connor's in there for as long as I would be in there
Yeah,
for.
that was-
That's
That's because that doesn't come out very nicely. We shouldn't talk about this too much. but
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
that's a battle.
Wait, you don't go fucking gloves when you clean the toilet?
No, I just have a sponge.
It's fucking disgusting, dog.
I
I
get
wash my
those
hands.
like wipes.
get those wipes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
those wipes where like you
You talking about the toilet bowl or the toilet rim?
All of it.
All of it?
Yeah. Well,
Bro,
I have a
that's-
sponge that I like throw away after I wash it.
Do you just like use one side? No fucking gloves? That's fucking disgusting,
What
dog.
do you mean? What do you mean? I just hold the sponge and I get in there and I fucking clean it.
Oh my
And I'll
god,
fucking get in
that's
there.
disgusting.
Remind-
that is
How is this
disgusting.
Remind me to never shake your hand again.
I have washed my hands.
Blood's got poopy hands, bro.
No, I wash my hands afterwards.
Yeah, but it's just I don't know, man.
Yeah, but
I'm not like
Just get
scraping
a-
the poop with my
get
fingernails.
a
like-
long toilet brush.
No, what am I, a princess? I don't need that shit. I can get in there. Bro,
What
who do you think? You think you're
That's a
too-
normal- that's
you
a
think
normal
you're-
human
you
being
think
thing
you're
to
too
do.
good to touch your own toilet bowl.
And this man judged me for wanting to shit in the middle of the street.
the brush does not get in there.
It
good enough.
does
it
get
does.
in there.
No,
What
it
are you
does
talking
not.
That just means you got a
about?
shit brush.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't get.
Get a
in
good
there.
brush and
You
it
gotta
cleans
get
that
some,
shit
You
off.
got to get some power on that thing.
I mean,
Hawk to
first of all, hot to spit on that thing. All right.
Oh, you gotta give it that hot and spit on that thing.
I think they are changing this now, but they used to make train conductors who were late clean toilets. Bro, you would, bro, God, you'd be perpetually in the toilet.
If we actually enforce that in this office, Garnt
we
would be
would get
cleaning this
anything
place
done.
so much.
I'd be-
like, this office would be spotless.
Our fucking office would be like, our recording session would be half me taking a shit, and then the next half would be like me cleaning the shit that I just took. Have you guys ever taken a picture of your shit? If it's like... There have been times when I've had
done
a
that.
shit so immaculate.
You do want people to appreciate it.
That is just like...
Oh, no. I've had this. Yeah, no.
Sometimes you've just laid the immaculate log.
I remember.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, there's a part of me that's like, God, I want people to see this.
Okay, so I haven't taken a picture, but I have done the thing where I've shown people where it's like I took the biggest shit I've ever taken in my life, and I went to go flush it, and this thing just wouldn't go down. Like it was like immovable.
No.
And I was so proud of this that apparently I ran out of the toilet. I went up to my mom, my dad, and my sister, and I was like, "You guys have to check this out." I bring them into the toilet.
You bring back up.
And I'm like, look at this. It's not going down. I go to flush. Goes down straight away.
The first one was a dislodging poop.
Yeah.
So like, so not only did I show my turd to my family, but then they all gathered around to watch this thing depart down the toilet.
Yeah.
What the fuck is
I
this
hope
confession?
I can be as cool of a parent like that.
Oh my Lord, I just read the top.
And then the next confession.
What?
Dog, what the fuck, dog?
This is
What the
Joey, bro.
fuck?
This is Joey.
Joey?
This is
Joey,
Joey.
is this you?
This is Joey.
I pooped on the floor at McDonald's McDonald's bathroom, then left it.
I pooed on the floor.
I pooed.
I get in this porta potty. I think it was in, might have been Bulgaria.
Yeah.
I get in this porta potty. I don't know how this has happened. There is toilet roll with shit on it, on the roof, on the sides, on every. It looks like some kind of that someone is trying to use like ancient talismans of shit on this porta potty to get spirits away. It is. I immediately threw up when I got in there because I still needed to go, so I stuck with it. But right after I was done, I threw up.
That's why I never shat like when I was in high school too, because like my high school, because I went to an all boys school, right? So obviously there's going to be some shit afoot. Like in places where like there's gonna be shit in places where there shouldn't be shit.
That was always the pranks, wasn't it? Pranks.
It was always the pranks, and I'm like, guys, like we're not animals.
Yeah, the people
like,
shitting in urinals. And
yeah,
stuff.
like oh, dude. I don't think there was ever a day where I went to the urinal there wasn't shit in it. Like it was actually disgusting.
Australia is a different country.
Yeah, I'm like,
even in Southeast Asia, we got.
yeah, just like it was fucking gross. I'm like, yeah. Never again.
Why are humans so disgusting?
I don't know. Why can we not fucking shit properly? Apparently.
We've had
toilet training is a lie,
We've had
dude.
2,000 years to get this right.
Yeah, and we're still we're only one step ahead of
we're
just
still
throwing
shitting in the hole in the ground. God damn it.
How do we always talk about shitting? How does that happen?
I didn't want to. I really didn't want to. I wanted to get away
I feel sorry
from
for
it.
anyone like fucking eating right
I get
now.
it.
Yeah.
I wanted to get away from it. I didn't want Trust to be the shitting podcast, but it also was on my mind. It was on my mind.
It is the shitting podcast.
I'm done. There's no more shit now. I promise we won't talk about shit for 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Right? No What compilation?